So now I present to you today one discourse teaching from the Buddha from this scripture called Majjhima Nikaya, the middle-sized teaching. I think you can see on the screen. Is it there? Please connect. So we have one chart where you can see. So this sutta is called Mahabodhi Sutta, the greater discourse on the cowherd. Gopala, you may be aware, we sometimes hear, Gopala, we hear a lot. So Gopala is somebody who looks after the cowherd, cowboy, somebody who looks after the cow. And in Buddha's time and even today, in India, cow is a very important aspect of our life. It's a whole economy in itself, the milk industry, the dairy industry, and in the rural India at least, and also we see cow in the city on the road, right? So cow is so much important, and no wonder why Buddha gave a teaching on Gopala, cowboy, cowherd. So that it is the name of the teaching because Buddha has used the simile, the example of cowherd, cowboy, to present his teaching, to make us understand his teaching. Because it's helpful, it's much easier if we have some analogy, some simile, some example that we can connect. Otherwise, the teaching is abstract. It's too abstract, too dry, and we can't get it. But when there is an example, it's much easier for us to understand, and that's why we see a lot of these examples in the Buddha's teaching career, in his 45 years of teaching. So this teaching was given in Shravasti city, and Buddha says, Bhikkhus, when a cowherd possesses 11 factors, he is, I will come to the, when a cowherd possesses 11 factors, he is capable of keeping and rearing a herd of cattle. What 11? Here a cowherd has knowledge of form. So the cowboy, the cowherd, the cowman or whoever, should have 11 qualities. If he wants to be a successful cowboy or in that business, cattle business, he should have 11 qualities. What are the 11 qualities? Number 1, here a cowherd has knowledge of form, which means he has a knowledge about the cows, knowledge of the cows, what kind of cows, what breed of cows, how his cows looks, which cows to buy, which cows gives how much milk, recognizing the cow, the different external aspect of the cow. So to know. Second one is his skill in characteristic. So he knows the character of his cow. He knows exactly which cow has what kind of nature. Not all cows are same. Some cows may be little restless, some may be calm, some need this care, some need that care. Third one, he picks out flies, eggs. So sometimes these flies, they give egg in the cow's body, and that makes the cow get infection. So the cowboy has to see that those eggs are removed from time to time to take care of that, so the cow doesn't get this thing. Number 4, he dresses wounds. Sometimes the cow gets wound because of whatever reason, maybe fell somewhere, stuck somewhere, fought with another cow or something. So the person has to dress the wound. He should know how to dress the wound, how to take care of the wound of the cow. Number 5, he smokes out the sheds. So wherever the cow shed is there, he has to put smoke so that all the flies, mosquitoes, any other smaller insects or any other flies will be gone, so that the cow can peacefully sleep or spend time. Number 6, he knows the watering place, so that he knows where to take the cows for water, which is the good place for water for the cows. He should know the right place, not a dirty water, poisonous water, otherwise his cows is gone. He knows what it is to have drunk, which means he knows that the cows have had nice water, because when there are many cows together, sometime some cow drink too much water, another cow doesn't drink much water. So he has to see that everybody has drank proper water, everybody got the water. You cannot just leave the cow there and let it drink. He should see that. He knows the road. So now he knows the road, where to take the cow, which place to take the cow, which is the right route to take the cows for maybe water, for grass, for any other work, any other purpose. He is skilled in pasture. Number 9, he is skilled in pasture. So he knows where to take for grazing, for the grass, the right place to grass, for grazing. So he knows that place so that the cow get a nice, healthy grass. Number 10, he does not milk dry. He does not milk dry, which means he doesn't allow the cow to drink, especially the calf, to drink too much milk, because that might create trouble for the health. Number 10, he shows extra veneration to those bulls who are fathers and leaders of the herd. So most important, very important, is the bull in the cow herd. In that cow group, the bulls, the senior bulls, the elderly bulls, the cowboy should give more respect, attention, and care, because they are the important part of the group. You see, because they are also a group, and that will if he gives good care to the cow in that bull leader, so that bull can take care of the whole cow group. Okay, so these are the 11 qualities that a cowboy, a cowherd should have to have a successful cow business, milk business, cattle business, whatever. So now, why did the Buddha speak this, and how Buddha is trying to make us understand the teaching better? So Buddha is saying, so too bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu possesses these 11 qualities, he is capable of growth, increase and fulfillment in the Dhamma and discipline. What 11? So also somebody who has these 11 qualities can have growth, increase and fulfillment. He will have increase of whatever he wants, and he will have growth, and he will have the fulfillment, the satisfaction. So you need to have, as individual, as monk, or as lay people, one can have 11 qualities, the same one, but one by one. So first one, as we heard, that he should have a good knowledge of the form, good knowledge of different cows. So Buddha is here saying, here a bhikkhus understand as it actually is, thus all material form of whatever kind consists of the 4 great elements, and the material form derived from the 4 great elements. So now the first one is the form. So our form here is any form that we see. Anything, any kinds of physical form that we see, whether human being or the house or whatever, is made up of 4 elements. That is, of water, first of all, earth, water, heat, and air. So the first one is earth. Earth is all the solid part of our body, whether it is bones, flesh, or whatever. And the water is our blood and other thing that keeps the body connected. And the heat part, the temperature part in our body, that also keeps the body alive. And the air part of the body, which is our breath. You see? So these are the only 4 things that we have in our body. So we have to remind ourselves that when we say somebody or anybody or my body, others' body, it is nothing but these 4 elements. And based on that, other thing comes up. So at the end, at the core, when we say body, it is just the 4, you see. So why we have to look at like this, so that we don't create all this illusion in ourselves that I look like this, I look like that, or somebody looks like this, somebody looks like that. We are not too much, we are not sort of deceived by our own body, because these are just the 4 things, and they are all the time changing or subject to change. So we are not too much attached to the body of ours and the body of others. You see, this body, that is just the 4 elements, and they are in constant change. So we don't give too much attention to the body. In today's time, it has somewhat become, it's a human thing that sometimes we give too much care, more than necessary, to the body. You see, maybe it is food or whatever, but sometimes we give too much attention to the body. It is just the 4 elements we have to know, and we are so obsessed by our body sometimes. So we need to just understand it is just the 4 elements. And number 2, how does a bhikkhu skill in characteristic? Here a bhikkhu understand as it actually is thus. A fool is characterized by his action, a wise man is characterized by his action. So number 2 is characteristic. So just like the cow, we have to see the different kinds of cow. What cow is how, what are the quality of that cow, whether it gives good milk or not, whether it is eating well or not, what kind of quality. So we also have to see among our own people, we have to see the character of the people. So we have to understand people by their character, by their action. You see, we know people whether that somebody is good or bad, whether somebody is fool or wise, by their action, by their deed. So we have to see what they do actually, how they speak, and about their action. We should not just go by by external form, as I mentioned in the beginning, just the form, just the way they look. We have to see there, how do we connect. It is a good, I think, it is a good piece of wisdom for the young boys and girls to to also not just go by the look, but also go by, how they actually are. I mean, it's good sometimes to take time, boys and girls, to spend time and to see how you actually connect and how actually the other person is. You know them by their action, and then accordingly you want to connect with them, you want to continue the relationship. But it is not just the boy and girl, but in any other relation, whether it's friends or whether it mostly friend and any other association that you have to be very keen and careful, because sometimes if you are not careful, you overlook some of the mistakes or characteristic of people, and then you later feel, oh, I was not careful, I got cheated, deceived. So you have to see that. And also, good people, when you say somebody good, you have to see why you tell somebody good. You have to see their action, you have to see their practical characters as characteristic, the aspect of the character. So you have to, which means you also have to know what should be the good quality in a person. Things like whether he's kind or not, whether he's compassionate or not, whether he's stable or not internally, whether he's generous or not, whether he's sharing or not, whether he's patient or not, respectful or not, humble or not, and all these things, whether he's open to learning or not, whether he's energetic or not, whether he is focused or not. So a lot of this quality that we need to see in somebody, all this quality we have to see. Number 3, how does a bhikkhu pick out flies' eggs? Here, when a thought of sensual desire, ill will, cruelty has arisen, a bhikkhu does not tolerate it, he abandons it, removes it, do away with it, and annihilate it. And when evil, unwholesome state have arisen, a bhikkhu does not tolerate them, he abandons them, removes them, do away with them, and annihilate them. So in number 3, the cow, what Buddha said was to see some egg fly, a fly's egg, small eggs on the body of the cow, some fly, So what are these eggs? What are these flies' eggs that we need to see in our life? They are sensual desire, ill will, and cruelty. Sensual desire, ill will, and cruelty. So sensual desire are through the senses, 6 senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. These 6 senses are, so sensual desire. So we do have desire, we desire to look and we desire to see, hear, smell, taste, touch something which is good. So we always have desire, which is sensual desire. So we need to see that these desires, do I have some what we call the wrong desire, the unwholesome desire, you see, unhealthy desire. So I think one of the very, in today's time, the sensual desire, the eye, if you take the eye, it will be the phone. So our phone, we are so addicted to phone, you see, to just keep on seeing. Other thing is food. In today's times, phone and food. You see all the different restaurants, different food. So we are somehow addicted to some of the junk food. So in the same way, whatever kind of a desire that is unhealthy, you see. So we need to, they are actually like eggs, flies eggs on the cow body. Second one is ill will. Ill will is basically irritability, anger, hatred. So when we think bad about ourselves and others, when we hate ourselves and others, that is also a wrong thing. That will make us much more depressed, much more unhappy, and it will take us down, and it will make us look very pathetic. And third one is cruelty. Cruelty is the intention to harm somebody. You want to harm somebody, you want to hit somebody, you want to, you get, because you think that, okay, I will, if I hit somebody, if I take revenge, then I will feel good. You just want to take revenge, harm somebody. You get pleasure in that. So out of taking vengeance, with the intention to take revenge, or just for the sake of pleasure. Sometimes you do some cruel thing, so that's something really bad. It can make our mind like a egg flies on the. So whenever it comes, you should not tolerate it. All these thoughts, when they come, you should not tolerate it. You have to take it out, abandon it, remove it, do away, annihilate. Whenever they come, you just take them out, remove them one by one. But they will come anyway. They do come, but whenever they come, we have to remove them as much as we can. So this is the third one here. And then the fourth one is, how does a bhikkhu dress wounds? So the number four was wound. If the cow has a wound, so how you have a wound, and how do you take care of it? The wound of the mind. Here, on seeing a form with the eye, a bhikkhu does not grasp it and its signs and future, even though when he leaves the eye faculty unguarded, evil, unwholesome state of covetousness and grief might invade him. He practices the way of it restraint. He guards the eye faculty, undertake the restraint of the eye faculty, similarly upon hearing, and etc., everything. So here the wound is basically whenever we have these six senses, as I mentioned just now, six, eyes, ear, and everything. So we are always exposed to the objects. For the eyes, some form; for the ear, some sound, everything, right? So what happens is that when we are exposed to them, two things happens. One, we like them. Another one, we dislike them. Likes and dislike keeps happening. And we like something, we become obsessed of that, and we dislike, we hate them, right? So these two things happen. So whenever you see something, hear something, smell something, taste something, touch something, think something, if you see that you are becoming obsessed about that, or you are hating that, you have to dress it out. You have to just make sure that your mind is not get affected by them. Your mind is not obsessed about it. Your mind is not hating them. So you have to quickly dress it. You have to quickly make sure that you are free from that. You are not obsessed and hating whatever form, sound you are getting or hearing, smell, and anything. Number 5, how does a bhikkhu smoke out the shed? Here a bhikkhu teaches others in detail the Dhamma as he has learned it and mastered it. So how do you how do you how do you put the smoke so that the shed is clean, all the things are gone? So it is by teaching Dhamma, whatever you have learned. So you speak something to somebody. You know, when you see that somebody is not on the right track, maybe your children, your parent, or your whoever he or she is, or your student or anyone, so you see that they are not on the right track. So what you need to do, you need to speak. Yeah? You need to speak to them. You need to speak some good thing, some Dhamma, something which is good. You know, you really need to give a talk. You know, nicely you have to basically make them understand. You know, give a nice talk so that they can listen, and then whatever darkness that is there in their life, or whatever insect and other thing, which is whatever negativity they have, whatever confusion they have, whatever fear, insecurity, sadness, or whatever those kind of things are there, will be wiped out, will be gone out. And also it is also a good for you as well. You see, the one who speaks something good to other, it is good for that person himself or herself, to have a mind which is free from all these different confusions, or unclarity, or fear, or any other thing, any other blockages. Number 6, how does a bhikkhu know the watering place? So now, in the case of cow, the cowboy should know where to take the cow for water, nice water. So what is the nice water for us? Here a bhikkhu goes from time to time to those bhikkhus who have learned much, who are well versed in the tradition, who maintains the Dhamma, the discipline and the courts, and inquires and asks questions to them. Thus, how is this, Venerable Sir? What is the meaning of this? These Venerable ones reveal to him what has not been revealed, clarify what is not clear, remove his doubt about the numerous things that give rise to doubt. So, now how do we find a clean water for ourselves? Okay, how do we find a clean water for ourselves? So we have to go from time to time to people who are wise, who are knowledgeable, who are not just knowledgeable, but good people, wise people, who have knowledge, at the same time who are really good people, who practice what they teach, what they speak, those kind of people. So you have to go to them and you have to ask, what is this? What is the meaning of this, sir? Madam, what is how is this? What is how to do? How can I do it? How can I, come out of it? So you ask questions. You put question to them from time to time. It's not like you go for one time and you forget, but from time to time, occasionally, you have to go, you have to ask, so that what is hidden will be revealed. So things will become clear for you. If you go to some good people who really are good, who teach you, who themselves practice, so if you go, then a lot of things will be clear to you, and many doubts will be gone, because we have a lot of doubts in our mind. So a lot of doubts will be gone. And number 7, how does a bhikkhu know what it is to have drunk? So how do we get this? How do we get clean water? Like satisfaction. Here, when the Dhamma and discipline proclaimed by the Tathagata is being taught, a bhikkhu gains inspiration in the meaning, gains inspiration in the Dhamma, gains gladness connected with the Dhamma. So now, we are basically here, how do we feel fulfilled? How do we get satisfaction? How do we feel connected and we feel at ease and fulfilled? We get it by Dhamma, by getting inspiration, by motivation. So you need to, whenever you hear something, some good words, so you should see whether you are getting inspired, whether you feel glad, whether you feel happy after hearing. So any good thing that, you should try to make your mind happy and glad after hearing something. So when you do that, then it is much easier for you to do anything, to live your life. You have that happiness within your heart. So you have to learn something that gives you inspiration, that gives you happiness. Just learning something, just reading something which doesn't give you inspiration and gladness is no use, is waste. Number 8, how does a bhikkhu know the road? Here a bhikkhu understands the Noble Eightfold Path as it actually is. So the road. So what is the road? Just like the cowboy should know the road for the cows to take. So what is our road? So our road is the Eightfold Path, the Noble Eightfold Path, which is right understanding, right thinking, right speech, right action, right profession, and which is your job, and right effort, which is to make an effort to keep your mind on a positive state, and right mindfulness, which is to make your mind peaceful through meditation, and right samadhi, which is deep stability of mind. So these are the Noble Eightfold Path, and these are the road for us to go, which is our way of life, Number 9, how is a bhikkhu skilled in pasture? Here a bhikkhu understands the 4 foundations of mindfulness as they actually are. So now the pasture, so the grazing place where the cowboy take the cow to a nice greenery place, and where a lot of healthy place. So for us, it is the 4 foundation of mindfulness. So we are being mindful as meditation today we did on four aspects, which is our body, now in this case, especially breath, and our body. So we are being mindful of our body while we meditate, and other time as well. We are aware. And the number 2 is feeling, which is all the feeling that we get, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feeling that we get. So we are being mindful of our feeling, and we make sure that we have a good feeling in our mind all the time. We don't have unpleasant feeling. And number 3 is being mindful of the chitta, which is your thought. So you have to be careful about different thoughts, be mindful of that. And Dhamma, which is your deeper state of mind, your habits, your deep positive state or negative state. So you need to see what's your habit that you have developed, that you already have, and to develop good habit. Okay, so number 10, how does a bhikkhu not milk dry? Here a bhikkhu and faithful householders invite a bhikkhu to take as much as he likes of robes, alms, food, resting place, and medicinal requisite. The bhikkhu knows moderation in accepting. So number 9 is moderation. So just like the cowboy should know how much to give water to the cows, and to see that all the some cows doesn't have too much of it. So here what Buddha is saying, that if somebody is helping us, if somebody is supporting us, we have to also see that how much is the limit, right? We just because somebody is helping us doesn't mean that we give too much pressure on them and we are not careful about them. We have to be moderate in whatever we take help and support from other, by not making other suffer. So now last one, number 11, how does a bhikkhu show extra veneration to those elder bhikkhus of long standing who have gone forth, fathers and leader of the Sangha? Here a bhikkhu maintains bodily act of loving kindness both openly and privately toward those elder bhikkhus. He maintains verbal act of loving kindness toward them both openly and privately. He maintains mental act of loving kindness toward them both openly and privately. So in the he should see that that he gives some extra attention to the senior cows or bulls, So in this case, what we have to do is that in our life, who are the senior senior bulls and cows, is our elderly people in the family, So we have to see that in our family, we have to give respect, give care to our elders in the family who are of age or of more age, because they are aged, they have more experience, and also they have they have helped us, they have done a lot for us, our parents, our grandparents. So we need to respect them, hear them, so that there is a proper harmony, there is a system. Otherwise, nobody will hear each other. If nobody will listen to each other, if nobody cares about each other, then there will be chaos in the family, in the society. So we need to hear our elders, our seniors, who are experienced, who are elder. So that's how we get blessing, we get knowledge, experience, and blessings. So this is something very, very important, so that you get benefited. It's not like a rule, it's not just a rule that somebody is elder, you have to just pay respect. But it is good for yourself. You get blessing, you get knowledge, you get harmony, And say somebody is a grandfather, the son, your father respect your grandfather, so your son will respect you, right? It's how you see. If the father is respected, the grandfather, son will respect. So there is a hierarchy, right? The younger one respect the elder. That elder respect the more elder people. So there is a peace and happiness going. So it's very, very important to have that, so that there is love, there is compassion, there is harmony in the family, in the society, in the country. So that's something very important. Okay, so these 11 qualities of the cowboy and cowherd, and the 11 qualities among us, among ourselves. So it's a teaching that we can follow in ourselves, so that we grow more and more in our own life. So maybe I conclude here by just reading out the 11 cowboy quality again. So here a bhikkhu has knowledge of form, skill and characteristic. He picks out flies' eggs. He dresses wounds. He smokes out the sheds. He knows the watering place. He knows what it is to have drunk. He knows the road. He is skilled in pasture. He does not milk dry. He shows extra veneration to those elder of long standing who have long since gone forth, the father and leader of the Sangha. So these are the 11 qualities. I think you can see on the screen also. So you can reflect on it, contemplate on it, and it will help us to grow more and more. Just like the cowboy, if he has knowledge, he will have more milk, and he will have all the business. His business will grow more and more if he has all the knowledge. In the same way, we'll have success, prosperity, happiness, joy, and growth in our life. So we need to have these qualities. If we don't have these qualities, we won't get success, peace, growth, happiness. We will have something, we will not have something. So if we have to have everything that we need, if we have to have all the success, fulfillment, happiness, joy, then we got to have these qualities so that we can actually grow in our life, in whatever ambition, wish that we have. So here I conclude my few, not very short, but almost half an hour. So this talk, so I conclude, and I wish all of you happiness and peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.